What is the esophageal sphincter and how does it cause acid reflux? Imagine a tiny muscle acting like a gatekeeper at the end of your food pipe. That's the esophageal sphincter, a ring-shaped muscle that controls what moves between your esophagus and stomach. Your esophagus has two of these muscles, one at the top and one at the bottom. The lower esophageal sphincter, also called the cardiac sphincter, is the main one involved in acid reflux. Normally, it stays tightly closed with a pressure of about 30 millimeters of mercury. Its job is to keep stomach acid from sneaking back into your esophagus. When you swallow, this muscle relaxes just enough to let food pass into your stomach. Then it tightens again to block acid and digestive juices from flowing backward. The lower esophageal sphincter is made of smooth muscle fibers arranged into groups. The clasp fibers form a C shape on the right side and keep a strong resting pressure. The sling fibers are oblique muscles on the left side that contract when nerves tell them to. These fibers work together to create an angle at the junction of the esophagus and stomach, acting like a flap valve that keeps acid in the stomach. When the sphincter doesn't work right, acid can escape into the esophagus. This can happen if the sphincter weakens or loses its tone, meaning it can't stay closed tightly. Sometimes, it relaxes at the wrong times without swallowing, called transient relaxations. During these moments, stomach acid can flow back into the esophagus, causing discomfort. Structural problems like a hiatal hernia can also interfere. In a hiatal hernia, part of the stomach pushes up through the diaphragm, disrupting the sphincter's position. This makes it harder for the muscle to do its job properly. The esophagus isn't built to handle prolonged exposure to stomach acid. Unlike the stomach, which has a thick mucus lining, the esophagus is more vulnerable. When the lower esophageal sphincter fails to keep acid out, the acid damages the lining of the esophagus. This results in the burning sensation and irritation we know as acid reflux or gastroesophageal reflux disease. Understanding how this tiny muscle works and why it sometimes fails helps explain why acid reflux happens. When the sphincter can't do its job, stomach acid keeps entering the esophagus, leading to inflammation and discomfort. Treatments often focus on strengthening the sphincter, reducing acid production, or protecting the esophageal lining from damage.